Betraying Madhesh. Madheshi leader don't compare about real needs of Madheshi people. They don't serve people and they have no compunction that they are not serving. After the multiple splits, Madhesh-based party are not about uniting in provision too. But this is not going to serve the cause of Madhesh. For Madheshi leaders have provoking track record of betraying Madheshi people several times, and they have used very movement as a leader to power, nothing else. When in 2007 Madhesh movement broke out after the promulgation of Antrim Constitution, the movement spearheaded by the Upendra Yadav led by Madheshi People's Right Forum, Nepal, and then an NGO, accidentally gave astonishing popularity to the Upendra Yadav and others. The second movement in 2008, jointly launched by MPRF N. Mahant Thakur, led by Tarai Madhesh Democratic Party, and Rajendra Mahato, led by Sadbhavna Party, has agenda of federalism, proportional representative and constituency delineation on the basis of population. The third movement took place in 2050 against the constitution. Like in 2007, they burned the constitution copies. It ended without any agreement with the government. Yes, first and second movement result in 22 points and 8 points agreement, but none of them have been implemented, not because of the government as the Madheshi leader would have us believe. It's because of Madheshi parties and their leader. Here is how. I own power. All the agreements have become the means to rise to power. Consider this: Upendra Yadav led Federal Socialist Forum joined the incumbent government after the 2-point agreement was meant to address issues related to Madhesh protest and constitution amendment. Yadav is in power since June, but he has done nothing. Madheshi parties signed an agreement on March 23, 2011 to Jhalnath Khanal lead government. Main agenda was to implement 22 points and 8 points agreement of 2007 and 2008, which include bulk entry of Madheshi youths in army in the line with the principle of proportional inclusion. There was never done. Instead, Madheshi leader begged curative ministerial portfolios on the pretext of this agreement. In 2011, another agreement was signed between Pushpakamal Dahal, led by Maoist, and Madheshi Party, led by Vijay Kumar Gakchadar, Jay Prakash Gupta, and Mahendra Rai Yadav. One of the point of agreement was related with the forming a separate regiment for the Madheshi in Nepal army. This did not happen. In 2008, Madheshi Party formed the United Democratic Madheshi Front. The 6-point agreement being the signature of Rajendra Mahato, Upendra Yadav, and Mahant Thakur stressed on the needs of ensuring the bulk entry of Madheshi youths in Nepali army. They have demanded the single provision for entire Madhesh. Now they are limited to the 8 districts with provision 2. Willful neglect. These regional parties raise agendas of rights and reforms exclusively when they are in opposition. Now, when in power, one and only thing they want is ministerial position. Bring it bears recalling what these parties has promised. Madhesi parties protested the 2050 constitution by imposing a 135 days long trade embargo. The unrest claimed more than 40 innocent lives. Today they are holding the vital government offices and taking oaths of offices and secrecy under the current constitutional framework. Why did they instigate people against the constitution if they were to ultimately accept it? Why do the concern of Madheshi jobs, equal opportunities, development, etc. not become their concern? Come to think of it, some Madheshi leaders have become minister several times. Vijay Kumar Gaksedar, for example, has become the minister more than a dozen times. He may be the only leader with such distinction in the world. He was the physical planning minister for as many 6 times and the minister for the water resources for the 2 times. He was minister of communication and information in Giza Prasad Koirala's cabinet in 1991, Minister for Defense and the Home Affairs in Baburam Bhattrai cabinet, Civil Aviation Minister in Krishna Prasad Bhattrai cabinet, and became Deputy Prime Minister for 4 times. The so-called Madheshi intellectuals and analysts are not different. Most of them are NGO workers and to NGO agenda. Recently, a government secretary, Badnath Jha, was beaten on a duty by Vijay Yadav, a sitting minister in provision who has refused to approve an NGO that provision minister wanted him to select in the primarily ground of the micro enterprise development program. This act of hollow hooliganism has defined Madhesh. During the first constitutional assembly election in 2008, there was only 4 Madheshi party. In the second CA election, their number increased to 34 because of the split within a split. They split when they have to join the government. They unite when they are in the opposition or when they are weak. Constitution is a living document and it can be amended as required by the people and the country. This is none of their issues now. They are fooling the people in the name of amendment. Why don't they raise the concern of the Madheshi when they are in the power? Why don't they raise constitutional issues exclusively when they are out of Singh Darbar? There are some provisions in the constitution which need to amended for brevity, clarity, and wider ownership. Why don't they talk about it when he in the power? The answer once again is clear. They don't care about it as long as they remain in the power. They don't care about the real needs of Madheshi people. They don't serve the people and they have no compassion that they are not serving. Jha, author of Nepali Constitution versus the Constitution of India. A comparative approach is LLM, graduate in constitutional law from Uttaranchal University, Dehradun.